In this question, we're given the equation f of x equals x over x plus 1. For part A, we want to know, is the point 1 1/2 on the graph of f of x? So keep in mind, they are giving us our x value and our f of x value, which is the same thing as our y value. And we're going to go ahead and use the function that they gave us. And let's go ahead and plug in the 1 for our x value and the 1/2 in place of f of x. So I've got my 1/2 in place of my f of x, and I'm going to plug in 1 for each of those x values on the right hand side. And from here, we just want to go ahead and see if both sides come out to be the same. So let's go ahead and simplify on this right-hand side. On the denominator, 1 plus 1 is going to give us 2. So we're going to get a 1/2 on the right-hand side. And we already have a 1/2 on the left. So this is something that checks out and is a true statement. So the answer to our question, is the point 1 1/2 on the graph of f of x, is a yes. If you ended up with two different numbers on that left and right hand side, then obviously your answer there would be a no. So let's go ahead and take a look at part B. If x equals 2, what is f of x? And we also want to know what point is on the graph of f of x. So we have an x value of 2. And we're going to plug in 2 each time we see the x value. So f of 2 is going to give us 2 on top and 2 plus 1 for our denominator. And let's go ahead and simplify our denominator here. This is going to give us 2/3. So as a point on the graph, our x value was 2 and our y value was 2/3. So 2, 2/3 would be the points on our graph. For part C, this time they're going to give us f of x is equal to 2, and we want to find the x value. We also want to know what point is on the graph of our function. So let's go ahead and plug in the 2 for the f of x value. So this whole piece is going to be replaced with the 2. And then we want to go ahead and solve this equation for x, right? Which means we want x all by itself on one side, the number that we get on the other. So let's go ahead and get rid of our denominator here. I'm going to multiply both sides by the x plus 1. It's going to then disappear from the right-hand side. And then on this left-hand side, let's go ahead and distribute the 2 to each of those pieces. So we're going to get 2x plus 2 equals x. And we want to solve this for x, so let's go ahead and subtract the 2x from both sides. X minus 2x is going to give us a negative 1x. And then we can go ahead and divide both sides here by the negative 1. And we're going to end up with a final answer here of x equals negative 2. So the point on our graph, our x value was negative 2, and the y value that we started with was a positive 2.